What's up, everyone? I'm the one, the only Yaya, the comic outlaw. Check us out on YouTube. And are you ready? This is the final part. Yes, Batman versus Predator, 4 of 4, round 2. And we're going to find out how dirty it really gets in Gotham, especially when there's a Predator out in the hunt. Last we left off, there's not one, but two Predators, count them, two, stalking the city. And Alfred and Batman are kind of just planning what's going to happen, how they're going to do it. And basically, Batman's going over that there's another predator. And this predator, the one that's hunting him, is unique, different. And Batman, of course, has a plan. He has these sonic gloves. And they short out the predator's, ability to go visible, stuff like that, the mask. Basically an EMP. Now, this guy is one of the assassins they sent out for Batman. Remember when I was talking about the open contract? Well, here it is. This guy, let's call him Hornhead, starts firing at Batman. And you could tell, this really does have a Judge Dredd vibe due to the writer. But anyways, the sirens are going. The police are trying to help. And Gotham's finest aren't really going to have to deal with this one too much because Batman's on the case. And of course, they come heading for each other. Batman, of course, is experienced in this. His bike is bulletproof, of course. He throws his batarang around his neck and drags him. And there pretty much went Hornhead, the other assassin. Now, I stress this often. Do not have an open contract. It just causes messes all over Gotham, all over your city. And this guy, of course, is knocked out, dragged out a little bit. Probably skid marks on his back, and he's left for the Gotham PD. And of course, this is where we meet the FBI. Freaking bunch of idiots. Anyways, they're talking with Batman, and basically the plan is to use him as bait to lure the Predator in. And then they either want to shoot or capture him or take his body away. Give him the good probe for science. And for government, of course. And, they're kind of going over how the Predator used the light, so they're flashing it right now, and the Predator is heading right to it. And here's another assassin. I gotta admit, this one does have a cool car. Dressed like a Zoot suiter. We'll just call him Zoot. And Zoot's looking up, planning to kill Batman. And, of course, Batman's standing before the sign and uses that scrambler to short out the Predator's invisibility, and everybody opens fire, and they start blasting him. And of course, Batman shouts, "No, that's the wrong one. That is the other Predator that landed earlier." The second Predator, the one that's been hunting him, is actually stalking him, watching the whole situation. Very smart and very crafty. And of course, standing in the shadows, he waits. And I just love that blade so much. And he cuts the FBI's heads off. Oh, well, two less suits in the world. Anyways, this guy, looking sort of like a white version of Judge Dredd, gets netted and picked up. Everyone tries blasting him. And this is just the games that this Predator plays. He's a lot like Batman in the sense that he likes playing shadow games. And of course, he takes that guy away, for basically to pull his spinal cord out, decorate his head. And of course, they're planning on what they're going to do next. And Gordon just tells the FBI to get, or the rest of them to get the hell off his building. They basically failed. Gordon didn't like the plan to begin with. And of course, Batman and Huntress are having a little back and forth. Huntress mentions that she did save his bacon. And Batman's kind of ungrateful at this point, but why be mad at Huntress, especially when she's wearing a beautiful outfit like that? Mwah. Anyways, this guy's being hung out to dry. And notice that he hasn't been killed yet. Huntress says there's a power cord, by the way, that she followed. And they're following it now that leads, or may lead, to his ship. And of course it does. Zoot, of course, gets speared. And he has a knife. A freaking switchblade. To kill Batman. A switchblade. Come on, man. This is Gotham. There's no theme at all. No wonder you died. Anyways, they enter the ship. Of course, it's a trap. That guy's hanging there as bait. He's still alive at this point. He tries to warn them. The Predator knocks him out, and Batman is ready with his Batarang and his gloves. And still, why didn't he use the suit? Anyways, the ship takes off. Apparently, the Predator's going to plan to kill them and, leave with his prizes. Batman uses his glove, shorts it out, and of course the Predator stands there, ready, wanting to kill. Batman uses a little gas, gives him a drop kick, and the Huntress is kind of figuring at this point that that they have to play for keeps. The only way to stop this thing is to kill it. So she throws a ninja star at him. Boom! Ninja star! And then an arrow to the throat. But this Predator is a big boy. A big, bad boy. And he does not want to be stopped. He wants Batman's head. He wants to destroy him. Batman goes for the Batarang. Huntress comes down with one of the Predator's own knives. And suddenly, he goes Super Saiyan. Nah, he doesn't. He fires out an electric charge, kind of knocking them back. And the Predator, of course, is about ready to collect some trophies. And the human that he forgot about came out of nowhere and stabbed him with his own spear. Of course, it cost him his own head, but, sometimes we all have to make sacrifices. And this Predator is dead. Well, dying. And as he slumps down, he kind of heads for the controls and ends up stabbing the controls as well. The ship goes flying off. And the door opens, and Batman and Huntress kind of fall out the back. And this is a long, long drop. Batman, of course, kind of has an idea. What he does in every situation when he seems to be falling like this, he pulls out that magical, sweet grappling gun. And fires a shot off at the ship that's actually taking off at this moment. And, of course, they managed to get themselves, hooked where they could fall slower into the ocean instead of crashing into it. It manages to break their fall enough where they survive. Now this other ship that's flying out, I assume it's the ship from the other Predators. Maybe he reprogrammed it, or using it as a weapon or like a failsafe or something like that. The ship goes flying out, and it kind of crashes into the other ship. So I guess like the debt of honor is paid, like there's going to be no one else hunting this prey or something like that. Predator culture is a very interesting beast, you could say the least. Both things blow up. Boom, 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 boom. Yes. You gotta love the righteous explosion. Anyways, the ships are gone. And Batman thinks that maybe, just maybe, it might be over. With these creatures, these hunters, you never know. And of course, Gordon's going over everything. Of course, the feds tell him that he can't say anything. They covered it up. The explosion, of course, they blame the murder on the Joker. Yes, the Joker. They blame the Joker, and he didn't even get to kill nobody. A little sad. Anyways, a bat signal pops up. Batman wonders this is over, and then a flash. Someone's viewing him. A Predator. Is it over? Is there another hunter in Gotham? We'll find out, won't we? And I'll catch you on the flip side. Yeah.